Hey guys, it's your girl Loz here from Robin Loz. So I wanted to make this video for you today as a follow-up to my previous video. Particularly because I have got so much love sent to me and so much support, and that just means so much to me. Like, I have been overwhelmed by the amount of love that I've received, so I've decided that I want to share more of my story with you. And I want to keep sharing parts of my story with you as they come along because I feel good about it. Like, I can finally open up about this, and that's all because of you guys. So thank you so much. Growing up with Turners, it is not easy, because there are a lot of doctor's appointments, so many doctor's appointments and specialist appointments that need to be done. Like, from when I was born up until I was about 13, maybe slightly older, twice a year I had to come up to the children's hospital here in Westmead for appointments and checkups and x-rays and a whole bunch of different other things, blood tests. Like, I have had so many blood tests, it is not funny. And for me, growing up, that was just normal. That was just me. That was just what I had to go through. And looking back on it now, it's a lot, like, as a kid you don't really understand how full on that is, but now I do, and it's like, wow, this isn't easy, and that's why I want to share all this, because if it can just help, everyone that watches it gain more understanding about this and raise awareness for it. And even if another lady with Turners watches it, lets her know that she's not alone in this fight, that there are other ladies out there with the same thing that have felt the way that she's felt, that have had to go through the same stuff that she's had to go through. It is amazing. So growing up, I had to go through certain treatments, and that's not a huge deal, but at the same time it is, because from when I was 5 years old to when I was 15, every single night I had to have an injection, a growth hormone injection. From when I was about 8 years old, I was able to give those to myself. And that might not seem like such a big deal, but it actually is, Like, growing up, having to give myself a needle every single night, it was hard. Like, I was embarrassed by that. I remember going on sleepovers, and I'd give it to myself early before I left, or hide it in my bag and give it to myself in the bathroom because I was just embarrassed and didn't want people to know. And when I stopped those when I was 15, I moved on to a new form of hormone therapy, which is just a tablet that I've got to take every day, which is easier, but it's still a tablet every day for the rest of my life. Throughout my life, I'm going to have had more tablets and more needles than most people will get in 2 lifetimes even. Like, I've had more than my share, but that's just what I've had to go through. And I'm going to have to go through so much more, particularly when I decide I want to have kids. That's going to be a whole nother journey. And when that time comes, I'm probably going to want to share some of that with you guys, like how that affects me. Tell you parts of what I've had to go through with that, because that's going to be really tough. And yeah, and I'm constantly finding out new things about Turner syndrome, new things and new ways that it affects me. Like, for example, just the other day I was doing some research in preparation for making that first video, and I actually found out something that was pretty obvious. Something that I've kind of been aware of for years, but never picked that it was part of Turner's. So what it is, my closest friends and family will tell you I can be a little bit clumsy, like bumping into things or knocking things over without really realizing it. That is actually part of Turner's. Like, what I found out the other day was Turner's affects your spatial awareness. And that was like, wow, I've been dealing with that my whole life and not even knowing it. That was just mind-blowing in a way, the fact that I'm still finding things out about how it affects me when I'm 23. Like, going to school with Turners wasn't exactly easy because I've never been good at maths, and that's because of the Turners. That's one way it affects my learning. I was never really good at math at all. Sorry to all my teachers out there, but I hated math. That was the worst. And that was part of it. That's why. And there are probably so many other things, like other ways that it affects me that I don't know about yet. So as I go through and find out these things, I'll probably share them with you, because I'm strong enough to do that now. I want to now, because of all the love that you gave me. It's given me the strength to do this, the strength to want to keep doing this, to raise awareness of it, like the different ways it'll affect us, the women that are affected with it. And so, yeah, to anyone with Turners watching this, you're not alone, and embrace it. It's part of what makes you the amazing you that you are. I know it's difficult, but there are others out there that have gone through what you've had to go through, that have had to go to all those appointments, had to do the needles, the tablets, everything. And it is hard, but you're amazing the way you are, who you are. And if you want to talk, you can always contact me through my Twitter page. I will leave a link to that page in the description and to the other video in case you missed it. And please send me a message via Twitter. I'd love to talk to you, actually get to know some of you. So please feel free. But until next time, thank you again so much for all your love and support, and thank you for watching these videos. It means so much to me to know that you guys are out there listening. So until next time, bye!
Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, like, share and subscribe.